Hi you guys, welcome back to my channel. I wanted to just give you an update of how my last 4 days was going. I'm not always bubbly. Actually, I'm a lot of, I don't know, I'm just not as joyful as I know I used to be. And I think a lot of that has to do with me being in my process and allowing God to break me down and figure out who I am and what is it that I want to do. Even with me going back to school, I'm just like looking on the website, like, what is it that I like? So I have been going to God, asking him, what are my desires? Like, what is my gifts, my talents? Like, I like sitting here. I like talking to you guys. I like when my friends call me and we have to talk about God all day, or they need a problem solved or something to that nature. Like, I like motivation. I like to encourage people. That's just what I like. So the last few days, I just been in a little slump. Not to the point that I'm just laying in the bed. No, we all do get depressed. And I think a lot of that comes from us not really knowing what to do, especially if you're walking with God. Because if you're not walking with God, I'm guessing you just get up and you just go on about your life like there's not a care in the world. But when you're starting your journey out with God, you have to be careful and think about the things you do, the things you say, the places you go. Also making sure you don't get an attitude, because there's always somebody watching you, because you should at this point be ministering to people about God. So for me, and this is my walk, I try to make sure I'm doing the things that I need to do for God. And after a while, it just come natural. Like for me, my stuff is natural now. Some days, sometimes I probably do get a little attitude, but I have to hurry up and correct that. And that's what God does for you. When somebody tried to get under your skin, that's just the devil trying to poke at you. You know what I mean? So the last few days, I was in a little slump. Like, what am I doing with my life? I just feel like I don't have a purpose, even though I do. So that's why you have to fight the thoughts that come in your mind. You have to fight those negative thoughts off. Because in the Bible, it said, where there is no vision, people perish. There is no vision, people perish. Like right now, I have a family member, and I can tell just by her movement and the laying down, she has no hope right now. She has no hope. Now, I have gotten to that place where I felt my hope leaving, because it's taken so long to even see a little breakthrough. Just a little breakthrough. I found myself losing hope. So even Sunday, this past Sunday, I was listening to a pastor preaching, and he was talking about hope. And I was like, you know what? This is what I needed to hear. So after that, I got on my knees and I prayed, even yesterday, asking God, give me my hope back. Because if you don't have hope, it's just like living life without hope is like, I think it's just a negative. I don't know. I hate that feeling. I don't even know how to describe the feeling. It just feel like a slump. Like, what's the point of knowing what today is? You know what I mean? Like, for me, knowing where I'm at, and I felt myself like getting hopeless because the wait is so long, not knowing that I know it's God's timing. I know he has to purge me. He has to place me in isolation, wilderness, everything in order to clean me up. He has to wash me. And I know these things because wherever he's going to take you, you can't go with a mess. You can't be a mess, because then you will stare somebody else wrong. Like, you have so many pastors now that we may look up to, and the next thing you know, they did something crazy and you're confusing people. And the thing about it, if you got somebody that's beginning their walk, you will confuse that person. So I don't mind waiting. I just don't want to wait in vain. Like, I need to be doing something while I'm waiting, other than reading the word. But if that's what he has for me to do for that season, like he has me doing these videos for whatever reason, for one, is for me to look back on in a few years and see how much I've grown as far as the knowledge. See, right now, I'm preparing myself for whatever he's preparing me for. So I have to be obedient and do the videos. And I call these my practice videos, which they are. 10 years from now, I don't know where God is going to have me, or 5 years from now. So whatever he's asking me to do, I'm trying to be obedient and do them. So when you're having hope, I feel as though you have to stay in the word and dream again. Like whatever vision he gave you, just close your eyes and think about it again. Get your heart back pumping for it. You know, like get it back pumping for what it is that you desire. And mind you, it's not your desire, it's God's desire he placed in you. So like I said the other day, I had to have me a come into Jesus moment because I felt hopeless. Like, what am I doing? I feel like I do the same thing every day. I don't really have any friends because of the area where I'm at. We moved here, so all my people is back at home. I do have one that I talk to on an everyday basis, but she's not here. So I just felt like, especially with everything going on the outside, and then we caught COVID at that, it just was a tight space for me. I just was feeling down. And like I said, once Sunday coming, I heard the pastor preaching about hope. And I was like, that's the word that I needed. So now I'm asking God to help me get that back. Allow me to get that hope back. Because the thing about it, once you lose your hope, it's already hard enough to fight off the thoughts that's in your mind. It's very hard to fight them off if you don't know the word of God. And sometimes even if you know the word of God, you got to get professional help, seeking counseling or your pastor in order for you to change those thoughts. Because once you start losing hope, you start losing hope for your life. And your life matters. Your life matters to God. Your life matters to God. Your life matters to your friends, your family, and your kids. It may not seem like it, but that's just what it is, that feeling on the inside of you. And we're not to live on feelings. I'm learning that because my feelings fail me all the time. And once I realized this week right here, I'm losing hope. How can I lose hope? I had to go back to God. And even now, when I pray today, I'm going to ask him again, God, anoint me, refresh my hope. Like, I need that. I need that. And you guys do too. It's so much going on the outside. And we all want something different. We all want something different and a different life. Like, even with your past, you're probably still thinking about your past. But let's not become a prisoner of your past, because that also helps you lose hope and get depressed. We have to learn how to become overcomers. And when I say we, me too, because that's why it's called unbecoming. Me, unbecoming who I am, or who I used to be, and becoming who God is allowing me to be. But the thing about this is, I guess, allowing you guys to see my ups and downs until one day it's just going to be good. It's going to be great. It's going to be perfect. Well, there's no perfect people, but I will be stable. I won't have to keep up and down. So my thing for you today is, if you don't have hope, it's just like a lost cause. So what I need you to do is go to God in prayer and ask him to help you hope again. Stir up that vision It doesn't matter if the vision seems so far away, because for me, my thing is, it's nothing moving. It's like God isn't doing anything. I don't see anything moving. Nothing. So I have to continue as him to keep my hope alive, because I know it's only his timing. Because when he give you that vision or the dream, you don't want to mess. You want your foundation to be built on God. So have patience through this process. And as I'm speaking it to this camera, I'm speaking it to myself. I need you to hope again. Even just type in on Google, YouTube messages that will stir it up, that stir your hope up, your vision. Don't give up. You have to hope again. Because you know what? You don't know what tomorrow may bring. God can change my life when I get off this this YouTube. God can change my life as soon as I get off of here. Don't give up. Because if you give up, I'm thinking, well, I know you gave up too soon. So let's both hope again, show up again every day, continue to pray, and ask God to stir up your hope. So until next time, I will talk to you guys later. Hope again. Dream again. Dream again. Just make sure you hit the like button and subscribe to this channel. Bye.